The shocking truth I found in my spouse's secret folder. Before we begin the story, make sure to subscribe to our channel and never miss more incredible stories every day. Alex stands in the hallway with her palm out like a cop. Give it back, Jordan. I'm holding her encrypted USB drive, the kind with a keypad on the side, and the little screen is still lit with the code she just typed. My heart is doing that stupid thing where it beats so hard I can hear it in my ears. Behind Alex, the deadbolt rattles, 3 hard knocks, then a voice. Ma'am? Police. I'm 31, I do IT support for a mid-sized medical billing company, and I'm not a dramatic person. I don't scream, I don't punch walls, I don't go through my spouse's stuff. Our life is normal. A rented townhouse in the suburbs, a shared Costco membership, Sunday meal prep, her color-coded calendar stuck to the fridge. If this goes wrong, I lose the person I built my life around, and I could lose my job, my access at work, my clean record. I picture my HR manager's face. I picture handcuffs. I picture my MO. Alex's smile is still there, like it's glued on. Her eyes are not smiling. Please, she says, softer now. You don't understand what you're holding. The knocking turns into pounding. Through the peephole, I see dark fabric, a shoulder patch, the glint of a body cam. My stomach drops because cops don't show up for misunderstandings at 9:17 p.m. Alex's hand trembles. In her other hand, she has her phone, screen open to a text thread with a contact named R. The last message is one word, now. I glance at the keypad drive again. The screen flashes a label I've never seen before, Tidewater_ledger, then goes blank like it's ashamed of itself. Jordan, Alex whispers. If you open that, you're choosing a side. I swallow. Why are the cops at our door, Alex? She steps closer, voice tight. Because someone thinks I stole from them. And if you hand that to the wrong person, they'll think you helped. The hallway smells like her citrus hand soap and something burnt from dinner I forgot in the oven. The neighbor's TV laughs through the wall. Everything is so normal it makes me dizzy. The officer knocks again, louder, and Alex finally says my full name. 2 months ago, if you asked me to describe my marriage, I say easy. Alex is the organized one. She labels pantry jars, remembers my mom's birthday, keeps a little emergency kit in her trunk like we're always one flat tire away from disaster. I'm the practical one. I fix her laptop when it freezes. I negotiate our internet bill down every year. I carry the heavy stuff. We meet in a college statistics class. We do the cheap wedding. We grow into adults side by side. When she laughs, her whole face commits to it. When she says, I'm proud of you, I believe her without check. Our fights are small. Dishwasher loading. Her scrolling in bed. Me leaving socks next to the hamper like it's a personal rebellion. We are not the couple people worry about. There is one thing I learned not to touch. Her work stuff. Alex works as an office manager for a construction subcontractor. It's not glamorous, but she's good at it. She talks about invoices and bids and AP aging like it's a language only she understands. At first, her privacy reads as professionalism. She keeps her laptop angled away. She closes tabs when I walk by. She says, client info, babe. And I nod like that's a normal sentence in a marriage. Then the habits stack up. A second phone she claims is for vendors, always face down. Passwords that change every week. A Dropbox account I'm not on. Trips that pop up last minute. Site visit, audit, just one night. And she comes home smelling like hotel shampoo, not her lavender lotion. I mention it once, half joking at the kitchen island while she chops onions. Are you having an affair with Excel? I say. She doesn't look up. Don't start, she says, too sharp for a joke. I back off. I always back off. That's the deal. She handles her world. I handle mine. And we meet in the middle for tacos and Netflix. So when she asked me last week to just print this one thing, I don't think. I just do it. That's the moment I put my hands on her laptop. Our printer is a cheap wireless thing that hates everyone equally. Alex is at the stove, stirring marinara, when she calls over her shoulder. Can you print the lien waiver? It's in my downloads. I need it for tomorrow. Sure, I say, because printing is my love language. Her laptop is on the dining table, lid half open, her login already active. I sit down, click the printer icon, and the machine whines, then stops. Paper jam. It flashes, even though there isn't one. I sigh, stand, yank the tray, shove the paper back in. When I sit again, The print dialog is frozen. I do what I always do. Close it, reopen it, go to the file location so I can print directly. Downloads. Normal stuff. Lien waiver _Z. PDF. Project photos. Receipts _2025. Nothing weird. Then I see it. A folder icon that looks slightly faded, like it isn't meant to be seen. The name is just a period and a word. Tidewater. My first thought is nerdy. Hidden system folder, sync cache, something Dropbox makes. But Alex doesn't use a dot folder for anything. My second thought is the one that makes my thumb hover. She doesn't want me in there. I click it anyway, because the printer is jammed and I'm annoyed and I'm not thinking about morality. I'm thinking about troubleshooting. Inside are subfolders with sterile names, vendors, wires, ledger, tax. My throat tightens. In vendors, there are PDFs with company names I don't recognize and dates that go back years. Some of them have my name in the file name, which makes no sense because I've never worked with her company. One file sits at the top, last modified yesterday at 11:42 p.m. W9_Jordan_Klein_signed. PDF. That's my full legal name. My hands go cold. I don't remember signing anything. I click it, and the PDF loads slow, page by page. It's a filled-out IRS W-9 with my address typed in, my social security number, a bank routing number, and at the bottom, on the signature line, is Jordan Klein, written in my handwriting, but not. It's my signature the way it looks on my driver's license, not the way I sign work tickets. Someone copied it. Behind me, Alex says, "Did it print?" And I can't make my voice work. The PDF finishes rendering, and my forged signature is the only thing I see. I do what I always do when something feels off. I try to make it normal. "Hey," I say, keeping my tone light, like I'm asking about grocery lists. "Why is there 8W9 with my name on it in your downloads?" Alex's stirring stops, just for a beat. Then she resumes, too smooth. "What are you talking about?" I swivel the laptop a few inches so she can see. I don't shove it at her. I don't accuse. I'm still trying to give her an exit ramp. She walks over, wipes her hands on a towel, and looks at the screen. Her face does a micro flinch, the kind people make when they step on a Lego. Then she laughs. A bright, practice sound. "Oh my God," she says. That's nothing. It has my social," I say. My voice cracks on the last word. "I hate that." Alex closes the PDF with one decisive click and puts her hand on the trackpad like she owns the air in front of it. "It's a dummy file," she says. "A template. We use fake names and info to test our payroll system. I must have grabbed the wrong one." Chill. My brain latches onto the word payroll. "You told me you're an office manager." "I am," she says, and the smile stays, but her jaw tightens. "Do you want me to list every task I do so you feel important?" That stings, because it's a familiar argument. Me being sensitive. Me making a big deal. Me reading into things. She's done this before with smaller stuff, and I've swallowed it, because marriage is compromise, right? I try again. "Why is it in a hidden folder?" She rolls her eyes like I'm asking why the sky is blue. "Because it's synced. Dropbox makes weird folders. You, of all people, should know that." She leans in and kisses my cheek, quick and cooling. "Babe, you're stressed. Your job is stressing you out. Don't turn me into the enemy because a printer jammed." The printer, like a coward, chooses that moment to spit out the lien waiver perfectly. Alex snatches it, holds it up like proof of her innocence, and goes back to the stove. I stand there with my hands at my sides, feeling stupid. Then she quietly drags Tidewater into the trash and empties it. I don't sleep. Alex kisses me goodnight like nothing happened, slides her laptop into her tote, and locks the tote's zipper with a tiny luggage lock I've never seen before. Then she turns on a meditation app and breathes like a person with nothing to hide. At 6:48 a.m., I'm in a drive-through line getting coffee I don't even want, and I'm calling Priya. Priya answers on the second ring. "If this is about your router again, I swear." "It's Alex," I say. There's a pause. "Okay, that tone is new. Talk." We meet at a strip mall coffee shop because it's neutral and loud and nobody can hear you cry over espresso machines. Priya shows up in scrubs, hair in a bun, looking like she's already solved 3 problems before breakfast. She slides into the booth and watches me the way nurses watch you before they decide if you're lying. I tell her everything in a rush. The hidden folder name, the W9, Alex laughing too fast. The trash. Priya doesn't do the comforting thing. She does the practical thing. Did you screenshot it? No. I admit, and I feel 12 years old. Jordan, she says, like she's scolding a puppy. You work in IT. Screenshot everything. Photograph the screen with your phone if you have to. Back it up somewhere she can't access. This is not a feelings conversation yet. This is an evidence conversation. I open my phone and scroll to the one thing I did do right. Last night, before I confronted her, I took a shaky photo of the laptop screen with the file list visible. It's blurry, but you can read enough. W9_Jordan_Klein_ signed. PDF, wireconf_0412. PDF, vendor setup _Tedwater LLC. PDF. Priya leans in. Okay, she says slowly. That's a start. I pull up our joint bank app, because the bank app is the one place Alex has always insisted we both keep transparent. She is the one who set it up. She is the one who told me. No secrets. Under Transactions, yesterday's date shows a wire transfer out of our savings. $8,450. 00. I stare at it like it's a typo. Priya taps the screen. What's the recipient? The recipient line is a name I've never heard, but the memo line is worse. Tidewater, vendor payment number 3. Priya's face drains when she reads the memo line on the wire. I spend my whole workday pretending to reset passwords for doctors while my brain loops on one phrase. Vendor payment number 3. Alex leaves at 8:10 a.m. In her navy blazer, kisses my forehead, and says, "Have a good one, babe." The second her car backs out, I do the thing I swore I'd never do. I log into the old desktop we keep for bills and open Dropbox. Because if Tidewater is synced, trashing it locally doesn't mean it's gone. Deleted files. There it is. Tidewater, deleted 12 hours ago. Restore. My fingers tremble so hard I miss the button the first time. When the folder reappears, it's bigger than what I saw last night. There are hundreds of items. Someone has been building this for years. In Ledger, there's an Excel file named Tidewater_master_2023-2025 XLSX. Tabs, vendors, wires, reimbursements, cash out, cover. One tab is literally called cover. In wires, PDFs labeled like proof. Wireconf_0412. PDF, wireconf_0528. PDF, wireconf_0916. PDF. Amounts in the thousands. Same receiving account every time. Tidewater Consulting LLC. Sender, our joint savings. In vendors, the invoices look legit until you stare. Same phrasing, same layout, different company names with the same address. On 3, the authorized by signature is my name in that copied handwriting. In tax, there's a 1099 form with my SSN and a mailing address that isn't ours, a UPS store box in Tempe. Then I find audio_0412_call. M4A. I click it, expecting static. Instead, Alex's voice fills the room, crisp and close. Use Jordan's W9, she says. It's cleaner. His credit is better. Stop saying his name out loud. A man answers, low and impatient. If your husband finds out. He won't, Alex says, and there's a smile in her voice that makes me sick. He trusts me. The audio jumps. I hear the click of a keypad, the same beep pattern as the USB in my hand last night. Alex goes quiet. Payment number 3 clears tonight. After that, we're done. Then the man says, Ms. Hartley, you swear Jordan never learns this. By noon, my fear turns into a checklist. Step 1. Confirm I'm not hallucinating. I start with the easiest thing, the mailbox. The 1099 lists, UPS store number 214, box 308, Tempe, Arizona. We live in Chandler. That's not work stuff. That's a second address. I drive there on my lunch break, hands tied on the wheel, telling myself I'm just curious. The parking lot is full of normal life. Minivans, a guy eating chips in his truck, a woman juggling packages like it's her job. Inside, it smells like cardboard and printer ink. I stand in line behind a man shipping golf clubs and practice my calm voice. When it's my turn, I slide the paper forward. Hi. Quick question. Does Box 308 belong to a Tidewater Consulting LLC? The clerk barely glances up. We can't confirm mailbox holders, she says automatically. I'm listed as the recipient on a tax form. I say, I'm trying to fix a mistake. She finally looks. Her eyes flick to the box number, then to me. That box is active, she says, and then shuts down again. That's all I can say. Active. Not a typo. Back in my car, I do the next step, public records. I pull up the Arizona Corporation Commission website on my phone, thumbs shaking, and search Tidewater Consulting. It comes up immediately. An LLC formed 2 years ago. Statutory agent. Filing history. And under members/managers, there it is in black and white. Alexandra Hartley. Alex's maiden name. A name she keeps on her passport. A name I only see on old college diplomas in a closet. My chest goes tight. It's real. It's not a template. I take screenshots, every page, every filing, every date. Then I email them to an account Alex doesn't know exists. Priya's words echo, evidence conversation. On the way back, I pass the bank where we opened our joint savings. The urge hits like a shove. I park, walk in, and ask the teller for a printout of our last 3 months of wire activity for budgeting. She smiles, helpful, normal, and hands me a packet. In the lobby, under fluorescent lights, I flip to the wire details and see the receiving bank, Desert Ridge Federal Credit Union. Then the teller calls, Mr. Klein, why is your name on these wires? I freeze so hard my body forgets how to be casual. The teller is a woman in her 20s with perfect eyeliner and the polite panic of someone who just stepped into a mess. She lowers her voice. These wires are set up with an individual profile under your name, she says. Not just joint account activity. Your name. I didn't set up anything, I say. My mouth is dry. I've never wired money in my life. She glances toward a glass office where a manager sits. Did you authorize anyone to act on your behalf? My wife has access, I say, then immediately hate myself for saying it out loud. The teller slides the packet closer and points. There's a form attached, wire transfer service agreement. Signature line, Jordan Klein. Initials on every page, JK. A copy of my driver's license, scanned and attached, like a trophy. I feel my skin crawl. That's not my signature. I say, it's close, but we see fraud like this, she says gently, and now she's fully in professional mode. I'm not accusing you. I'm telling you what it looks like on paper. If this is not you, you need to file a report. A report. Police. My name. My SSN. My joint account. My marriage. In the parking lot, I call Priya. Tell me you're recording your calls, she says before I even speak. I'm at the bank, I say. They have a wire agreement in my name. There's a hiss of breath. Jordan, listen to me. Do not confront her at home. Not yet. You need a lawyer. I drive home shaking, lock myself in the spare bedroom, and open Dropbox again. I go straight to the cover tab in the ledger because my brain can't let it go. The sheet is a simple list with dates and checkboxes. Next to one date. Next week. There's a note. Jordan signs statement /Jordan cooperates /Jordan takes plea if necessary. Plea. Under it, another file sits in the root folder, last modified this morning at 7:12 a.m. after Alex leaves the house. Jordan_script. Docs. I click it, and a Word document opens with a heading. If asked, Jordan will say. It's written in first person, like a ventriloquist practicing my mouth. The script ends with one line. Jordan admits he acted alone. I make rules because my emotions are useless right now. Rule 1. I don't accuse without documentation. Rule 2. I back up everything in at least 2 places Alex cannot touch. Rule 3. I don't meet her anger alone. I call in sick to work with a voice that sounds like I'm swallowing nails. Then I drive to a small law office in Phoenix where Priya knows someone, attorney Kim. Kim is in her 40s, calm in a way that makes my nervous system unclench. She doesn't do drama. She does questions. Are you sure the wires are not yours? She asks. Yes, I say. I've never signed a wire agreement. Do you share devices? She asks. Our savings login, yes, I say. Not my identity. She nods once, like she's filing it away. Okay, here's the plain version. If your SSN is used on forged documents, this is potential identity theft and fraud. If funds are stolen from an employer or client and laundered through your account, you can get dragged into it. Intent matters, but paper matters too. My stomach flips. So I'm screwed. You're not. she says, firm. But you need to act like someone could frame you, because the folder you described, it's organized like a defense plan. I show her screenshots, the LLC filing, the wire memo line, the ledger tab named cover, the first lines of Jordan_script. Kim's expression doesn't change much, but her eyes sharpen. First, she says, freeze your credit today. Second, open a new bank account in your name only. Third, stop putting your phone where she can access it. Fourth, make copies of everything and keep them somewhere separate. Priya's house, a safe deposit box, whatever. A safe deposit box, I repeat, like I'm tasting the idea. And, Kim adds, if police show up, do not explain on the spot. You ask for counsel. You do not try to be helpful. I think about Alex's smile in the kitchen. Do I confront her? Kim pauses. Not unless you can do it in a controlled setting, with a witness, and with a plan for your safety and finances. People facing criminal exposure don't always behave like spouses. As I leave, she hands me a printed checklist and a business card. Call me if anything escalates, she says. And it will. In the elevator, my phone buzzes with a text from Alex. We need to talk tonight. When I get home, the townhouse looks like a magazine spread. Alex has lit the candles we save for anniversaries. There's my favorite takeout, green chili burritos from the place in Mesa, and a bottle of wine breathing on the counter like we're about to celebrate. She's wearing the soft gray sweater she knows I like. Hair down, eyes wide with the face that says I'm safe here. For a full minute, I almost let it work. Hey, she says, too gentle. I'm sorry I snapped yesterday. Work has been insane. I put my keys down slowly. Yeah, I say. It's been a lot. She steps in and wraps her arms around me. Her body is warm. Familiar. I hate that my chest wants to melt into it. I hate fighting with you, she murmurs. You're my person. My brain throws up a slideshow. My SSN on a form. My name on a wire. Jordan takes plea. I pull back. We need to talk about the bank. Her arms tighten, just slightly. What bank? Don't, I say. It comes out sharper than I mean. I saw a wire transfer out of our savings. Alex's face does the thing again. The micro-flinch. Then she replaces it with hurt. You went through our account without me? It's our account, I say. And my name is on the memo line. She exhales like I'm exhausting. Jordan, it's business. I moved money temporarily because a vendor needed payment and my company was slow. I'm paying it back. That's it. Why does it say Tidewater? I ask. She smiles, strained. Because Tidewater is a vendor. You're spiraling. You're letting Priya wind you up. I don't tell her I saw the ledger. I don't tell her I heard her voice on a recording. I'm holding the truth behind my teeth like glass. Alex reaches for my phone on the counter like it's casual. Let me see, she says. Just so I can calm you down. No more secrets, right? My whole body goes rigid. Kim's voice is in my head. Stop putting your phone where she can access it. I need it. I say, and my hand closes over it. Alex's eyes flicker. Why? What are you hiding from me? The irony hits so hard I almost laugh. Her phone pings. She glances down and the color drains from her face. Credit monitoring alert, she reads aloud, too quiet. I feel my stomach drop because I froze my credit an hour ago. Alex looks up at me, and the softness is gone. I spend the next 12 hours acting like a man who still believes his wife. I nod when she talks. I eat 2 bites of burrito. I let her hold my hand on the couch while my mind runs plans like code. At 7:05 a.m., I tell her, you're right. I spiraled. I want to be fair. Let's fix it together. Her shoulders drop in relief so fast it's almost comical. Thank you, she says. See? We're fine. Yeah, I say. We're fine. Then I add, can we meet with someone at the bank today? Just to go over everything and make sure our accounts are set up correctly. If it's a temporary business thing, I want it documented so my credit doesn't get weird. Alex's eyes narrow for half a second, then widen again. Sure, she says, too bright. Of course. That's mature. I schedule a wire authorization review with the branch manager for 3:30 p.m. I also text attorney Kim, bank meeting today. Need you. She replies, on my way. Priya meets me in the parking lot first, in her beat-up Corolla, and hands me a manila folder like we're in a spy movie. Printouts, she says. 2 copies. One stays with me. I walk into the bank with my stomach in my throat. Kim is already there, in a blazer, looking like she belongs. Priya sits in the lobby chairs, pretending to scroll. When Alex arrives, she spots Kim and stops so abruptly her heels squeak on the tile. "Who is that?" she whispers, smiling at the air like someone watching. "My attorney," I say, keeping my voice even. Alex laughs, a small brittle sound. "Jordan, don't be ridiculous." Kim steps forward and offers her hand. "Alexandra Hartley?" she asks, using the name like a key. Alex doesn't take the hand. Her gaze darts to me. "What is this?" "This is me not being framed," I say. The manager leads us into a glass office. The door clicks shut. Kim lays the documents out on the table in a neat line. LLC filings, wire agreements, my forged W-9, the ledger tab labeled cover, a transcript of the audio call with timestamps. Alex stares at the papers like they're venomous. She reaches into her purse, and I see a can of pepper spray. The pepper spray isn't the scariest part. The scariest part is how fast Alex turns on me. Her hand is already on the can, thumb on the trigger, eyes darting between me, Kim, and the manager like she's measuring exits. The manager stiffens. "Ma'am," he says carefully, "you can't." "Jordan," Alex says, voice shaking, "this is insane. Put this away, please." Kim doesn't move. "Alexandra," she says, calm as a metronome. "We have documentation of forged wire agreements and tax forms using my client's identity. The bank has its own records. Threatening anyone in this office will make your situation worse." Alex's gaze snaps to Kim. "You don't know anything about my situation." Kim slides one page forward. The ledger screenshot where Jordan takes plea sits like a bullet point. "I know you plan to make him take responsibility," she says. "Explain that." Alex's face goes blank. Not confused, blank. Then she laughs, and it's ugly. "Planned," she spits. "You think I'm some mastermind? I'm trying to survive." The manager stands. "I'm going to get security," he says, and steps out, shutting the door behind him. The glass walls suddenly feel like an aquarium. Alex's shoulders slump as if the fight drains out of her at once. She sets the pepper spray down, like she's ashamed she pulled it. "Okay," she says quietly. "Okay, you want the truth?" My throat burns. "Yes," I say. "The whole truth." She looks at me like I'm a stranger wearing her husband's face. "Sun West," she says. "My company. My boss has been siphoning money for years. I found it. I threatened to report it. He said he'd ruin me." Kim's eyes narrow. "Who is he?" Alex swallows. "Raphael." The same R in her texts. "He told me if I didn't help move it, he'd tell the police it was me. He already had paperwork. He already had access. I didn't know what to do. So you used me," I say, and my voice cracks anyway. "I used your clean name," she says, then flinches at her own words. "Jordan, I did it to keep us safe. To keep our life. To keep you from losing everything when they come." A knock hits the glass. A uniformed officer stands outside the office, hand on his belt, watching us. Alex whispers, "They're here for the money, and they blame you. I don't get to process anything in order." The officer outside the glass office steps in with security behind him. He asks for IDs. Alex's hands shake as she hands over hers, still in her married name, still in the same wallet where she keeps our wedding photo. Mine shakes too. Attorney Kim speaks first. "My client is reporting identity theft and unauthorized wire activity," she says. "He is requesting counsel before any questioning." The officer's eyes flick to me, then to Alex, then to the stack of documents on the table. "Ma'am," he says, "we need to speak with you separately." Alex looks at me like I can fix it, like I owe her that. "Jordan," she pleads, tell them you knew. Please." Kim's hand touches my forearm, a grounding point. "Do not," she murmurs. I don't speak. I just stare at the woman I planned a baby with and feel something inside me shut like a door. They lead Alex out first. She doesn't resist, not really, but she keeps looking back until the hallway turns and she's gone. The silence she leaves behind is louder than the sirens outside. Within an hour, our joint accounts are frozen, pending investigation. My phone blows up with automated alerts. Our rent autopay fails. My credit monitoring app screams. My inbox fills with confirmation emails for wires I never requested, like the system is trying to bury me in paperwork. Kim takes me to the police station and sits beside me while I file a report. The detective on duty is polite and tired. He asks me the same questions 3 different ways, like he's testing the seams. Did you ever give your wife permission to sign on your behalf? No. Did you benefit from the transfers? I didn't even know they existed. Did you ever sign a document for Tidewater Consulting? I didn't know Tidewater was real. He raises an eyebrow. Your wife formed an LLC with her maiden name, he says. That's intentional. By the time I get home, the candles are still burning. The burritos are cold. Alex's sweater is draped over the chair like a shed skin. I stand in the kitchen and realize I don't know where she is sleeping tonight. My phone rings. It's my boss. Jordan, he says carefully. We received a call from a bank fraud unit asking about you. The next weeks are paperwork and grief in alternating waves. Kim helps me open a new account in my name only. She walks me through disputes like I'm learning a language I never wanted. Affidavit, notarized, provisional credit, subpoena. I freeze my credit with all 3 bureaus. I change every password. I buy a cheap metal lockbox and keep my documents in it like I'm guarding a second life. Priya comes over with grocery bags and no pity. Eat, she orders, setting soup on the stove. Then, softer, sleep when you can, and stop reading her messages alone. Because Alex messages. At first it's apology, then anger, then bargaining, then a kind of hollow sweetness. I read one out loud to Priya because my hands won't stop shaking. I never wanted to hurt you, Alex texts. Raphael made me. If you tell them you were involved, they'll go easy on us. On us. Priya repeats, disgusted. She's still trying to recruit you. Kim suggests a protective order, at least temporary, because my name is on documents tied to people I don't know. I hate how dramatic it sounds, but I hate more how the officer at the station says, if there's an outside actor, be careful. So I do the safety plan thing I use to mock on true crime podcasts. I tell neighbors not to let anyone into our place. I park under lights. I share my location with Priya. I stop taking the same route to work. And I finally sit in a therapist's office, across from a woman with kind eyes and a box of tissues that feels like an accusation. What do you feel when you think of Alex? She asks. I want to say rage. I want to say betrayal. What comes out is worse. I miss her, I whisper. And I hate that I miss her. The therapist nods like she's seen this 1,000 times. Missing someone who harmed you is normal, she says. It doesn't mean you go back. Kim drafts a separation agreement that freezes our shared obligations until the investigation settles. I sign it with a pen that feels heavier than it should. Alex refuses to sign anything unless I talk to Raphael. That's when I realize the last boundary I have to set is simple. I stop answering her. An unknown number calls, and a man says, Jordan Klein, meet me. I don't know what people think betrayal looks like. I used to imagine shouting, slammed doors, dramatic confessions. What I get is quieter, forms in triplicate, a frozen savings account, and the empty side of the bed where a person used to breathe. 3 months after the bank office, I sit in a courthouse hallway on a hard bench while attorney Kim flips through a file like it's just another Tuesday. The case isn't a Netflix twist, it's a spreadsheet of choices. The detective tells me, in plain words, that the evidence shows Alex routed stolen funds through fake vendors and used my identity as the clean front. Raphael, her boss, gets charged too. Alex takes a deal that includes restitution and probation if she cooperates. Hearing that doesn't feel like justice. It feels like paperwork catching up. My job does an internal review. I keep it, but the trust at work shifts. People start saying my name carefully, like it's fragile. That part hurts more than I expect. I move into a small apartment across town with mismatched furniture and a secondhand couch that smells like someone else's life. Priya helps me carry boxes up the stairs and doesn't say, I told you so. She just hands me a roll of tape and says, new chapter. Keep going. In therapy, I learned the most annoying truth. Closure is a decision, not a moment. I learned that love doesn't erase harm. I learned that I didn't mean to is not the same as I'm sorry, and neither one pays a debt. If you take anything from my mess, take this. Document first, feel later. Screenshot file names. Photograph screens. Email evidence to an account they can't access. Freeze your credit if your identity is involved. Don't confront alone. And if a professional, lawyer, detective, bank fraud rep tells you to stop talking, listen. I still remember Alex's laugh in the kitchen and the way she said, you're my person. I don't know if she meant it, or if she meant the version of me she could use. But I know what I mean now when I say it to myself.